Welcome to today's video, where I would like to introduce to you a new potential use case for ChatGPT in your project management position. Now, before we begin, I would just like to mention to you that I am on the premium account and I will be using the ChatGPT 4 model, which gives us greater conciseness and reasoning. So essentially, we will be getting a greater output than if we were to use the default 3.5. Now, the default 3.5 is part of all free plans, so if you do sign up, then you will likely be using that. Now, it's still going to give you some good results, but just do bear in mind that if you get something that's slightly inferior to what I'm about to show you, then that could be what it is. So, as you're aware, if you've used ChatGPT already, the output is only as good as the input. So, in other words, your prompts are very, very important. But one that I have been using, which has been particularly effective, and I'll show you some ways to adapt it with future prompts as well, or some kind of alternate prompts. Well, this one is what I've been using. So write a formal email introducing a new status report. And we're going to leave it there at this precise moment. We could enter quite a few different variables into this prompt. We could be a lot more specific as well, and that will help. But I just want to show you what can happen if we give ChatGPT something relatively simple and vague and open. So as you'll see here, it's generating. So it gives us a subject line. And what I like about this is that you could adapt this to suit your own needs. So what it does here is it actually gives us a potential use case. So this project is on enhancing the monitoring of a project. So you can always adapt this. You can take things out and kind of inject what's useful or important for your projects or your use cases. So do bear that in mind. But if we just quickly look at this, I'm not going to read this all out because it's going to go into quite a lot of detail. But it does give you a really, really good format, particularly in respect to the introduction of this new status report. So, you know, it's very polite. I hope this email finds you in good health and high spirits. You know, you might want to change that, but it's quite personal. It's writing in first person. I am writing to introduce a new and improved status report format designed to enhance the monitoring and management of our ongoing projects. Our team has diligently worked to develop a comprehensive and user-friendly report that addresses the needs of all stakeholders involved. So it gives us a date here, starting from the next week. Our weekly status reports, you know, you could change that to monthly as an example. But it's going to be adopting this new format. And what I like about it is, look, it's breaking things out. So key features of the new status report format include an executive summary, milestones and deliverables, risk and issue management, financial update, team updates, action items. And look, it's even talking about brief training sessions. So at the very least, assuming you were to never use this template, it gives you ideas as to what you might need to think about when introducing a new status report. So you might need to think about training. You might need to think about some of these features that you may not have been kind of introducing before. So this is really, really useful. And I like at the bottom, look, it's even got kind of your kind of sign off here. So this is all from a very, very basic prompt. You know, and what you can do with ChatGPT is you can provide further prompts to either change what it's already produced or kind of expand on it further. So as an example, you could say something like, rewrite the opening sentences with a specific focus on the report highlighting new risks that develop. So I'm just going to put that in just to show you how this kind of works in theory. So see, look, it's automatically changed the subject because the previous one was redundant, and it's talking about emerging risks, and it's kept the kind of nice tone at the start. But anyway, I am writing to introduce a new and improved data support format specifically designed to emphasise the identification and monitoring of emerging risks within our ongoing project. So you can see how it kind of updates. So you can start with something and you can kind of tailor it to suit your needs. And I only asked it to do the first couple of sentences. You don't necessarily have to do that. You could do the whole thing if you wanted. You could just say rewrite all again. And it will just give you different iterations of the status report. So that's the first potential prompt that you could kind of give to adapt it to suit your needs. The second is you could say something like include a section on achieved, or no, let's put completed tasks this week. So what it's going to do is it's going to regenerate it. So what I could have actually have done there, instead of, I'm going to stop it, is I could say add a section. See, this is where the specifics of your prompts get really, really important. So add a section on, add a section. And what I like to do is sometimes put these in quotation marks, and that kind of gives the response, it gives the system a chance to kind of better understand what you're looking for. So if I hit enter, what this hopefully will do, and you never know what's going to happen. So this is all kind of testing in real time. And it looks like it's got a little bit stuck for whatever reason. But what this will hopefully do is just give us a new kind of, as I say, section that we can simply import or place into the existing one. So I don't know why this isn't generating. Maybe ChatGPT is at capacity. Maybe I'm asking it to do too much at a time. Maybe it's the fact that I'm using ChatGPT 4 and there are limits on it at the moment. But what I want to show you is kind of give you ideas of how you can, oh, here we go, it's starting to go again. And it looks like it's actually just going to add it it's going to rewrite the whole thing and kind of add it. But yeah, this video is more about giving you ideas of how you can use this tool to meet your own needs and save you time. So you don't have to do this exactly how I'm doing it. It's more about idea generation and how you can use it. So it's regenerating it. It's not particularly, I could stop it here and say, you're not listening to me. Please, can you do this? But I'm not going to do that because there's a few other things I want you to show you. We could say something like, provide me with 5 different email subject lines for this new report. And it is literally going to do that. And what I like about it is, these kind of subject lines are quite important for your open rate, and it generates some quite interesting titles. And it gives you options. You don't have to use these. It just gives you options. And you could say something like, I want 10 more. Or please, I always say please. Please provide 15 more. And it will literally do that. And you can just choose, and you can keep plugging into the system different prompts to get what you need. So that's another potential use case. You may not even need to do the whole status report to begin with. You could do a new chat, and you could say, I am writing a weekly status report on new emerging risks. Please create a clickable or interesting subject line for this. So you can do things like that. Now, other things to consider, and I'm going to finish up soon because I don't want this video to go too long, but there's certain elements you may want to plug into your prompt to get better results. So this one was probably too vague. What I would suggest that you think about plugging in are the name, I'll just type them in. So the name of the report that you're producing, the client name, your team name. So if you're a PMO, as an example, put your PMO, the vision or scope of the project, and then anything like you really want to include. So that could be things like risks, tasks, it could be milestones. So with all this in mind, we'll do one final prompt just to show you how I would kind of build this out. And the more descriptive you can be, the better. And then we'll finish up. So let's just plug this in. So let's start. I'm going to start a new chat just to make sure that it's all kind of working from afresh rather than from a previous prompt. So please create I put formal before. I'm going to put, I'd like formal. I like formal. I think if you're working in an organisation, formal is the kind of tone you're looking for. Although we do have options here. I believe that's to do with an extension I've used, so don't worry too much about it. But you can just put that in yourself. So please create a formal email. The first one I did was introducing a new status report, but you could do formal email for the second instalment of a status report. So you get the idea there. You could put third, fourth, fifth, and don't forget you can copy these and save these in Notepad or Microsoft Word. Save your prompts, or it will appear on the left hand side if you continue to use the same account, but save your prompts because you can reuse them, and that's where you save a lot of time. So that's another quick tip there. But please create a formal email for the, let's put first installment or introductory installment, you could put, of a status report from the PMO team, that includes emerging risks, completed tasks, and upcoming milestones. This is all just an example for the website launch project for the ABC company. Discuss the deadline of the, let's just put 30th of May 2023, and how we are on track to meet the project's objective. So what I'm just showing you here is just how you can add information, and that just gives ChatGPT data to pull from or to add, so and include in the status report. And as I've said throughout this video, the more information you can give it, or the more specific you can be, the less work you'll have to do off the back of whatever's generated to kind of get it to suit your needs. So let's just put this for now, and I just want to show you this. We'll let it run and then we'll finish up. So let's see what happens. And that's the key thing with ChatGPT. It's all about testing. It's all about exploring it, refining your prompts, and once you find prompts that work, then you can just simply use them over and over again, and this can save a lot of time. So this is what's coming out. PMO status report, website launch project for ABC Company, installment 1. It always says in good health and high spirits. I don't know why it's doing that. I kind of like it, but to be honest, I'd probably take that out if I was sending this email. But yeah. I'm writing to provide you with the first installment of our status report for the website launch project for ABC Company, as requested. Our team, you could probably get rid of as requested. Our team has been diligently working to ensure that we meet the project and adhere to the scheduled deadline of 30th May 2023. Completed tasks. Over the past weeks, our team has successfully accomplished the following milestones. Requirements gathering, website. See, this is just really, really good. What I like about this particular prompt is putting in the website launch project, because it's actually given some tasks that would apply to this kind of project. So you can obviously adapt that to your specific type of project. Upcoming milestones. So and you can bold this. So you obviously can change the formatting, or we could even put in a prompt here, change the formatting for completed tasks to be a bolded header. You could do that. But otherwise, look, it's literally listened to exactly what I've asked it. Completed task, upcoming milestones, emerging risks. And it's just putting little things like, we are confident in our ability to meet the project deadline because I've said we are on track. So it's very, very intuitive. I like this at the bottom. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Best regards. Thank you for continued support and trust in our team. It's just really, really useful. So that's how I would use ChatGPT to create emails to stakeholders. It could be on reports. It could be, it might not even be about any report or an ongoing report. Just do bear that in mind. This is how I'm using it. It's been very, very effective. So I hope this video was useful. If it was, please do hit the like button. That tells me I should continue creating videos like this, and do consider subscribing to this channel. If you head over to my channel, you should find various different playlists on using ChatGPT in project management, all the way through to different tools such as your Smartsheets, your Asanas, and you will also find playlists on project management methodologies, training, certifications, and just general project management training in general. So with all that said, I hope you have an excellent day.